episode of the G.I. Joe New News Review. I am David T. Allen, or if you like, Super Dave. We are joined by my two cohorts in G.I. Joe, and that is 610 Yojo Daddy and Evil Dookie, to go over the San Diego Comic-Con 2026 Hasbro panel and reviews. Welcome 610 and welcome Evil Dookie. Thank you for joining me today in this excellent, fun day of G.I. Joe Classified.
What an exciting day. I'm going to tell you what, man. It was almost like they wrote the script for us. You know what I mean? It was just exactly what we thought it was going to be. And I know we got a happy camper sitting up there getting to hear some news today.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of surprises. There was a lot of I would say it all laid out slightly different than we thought it was gonna, but it all was what we expected, what you and I expected. It just kind of laid out a little bit differently. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it.
Well, it seems like they're changing some patterns now that B-Mac's in charge. You know what I mean? With Lenny and Tony, I don't know how much they actually had to do with when things were happening or whatever, but I feel like they probably had a good bit. You can tell B-Mac's trying to do things his way. That's fine. You know what I mean? But go ahead and introduce our big boy up here.
Evil Dookie? I already introduced Evil Dookie, didn't I?
Maybe, okay. Yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch? Go ahead. What was that?
I'm surprised they didn't trickle the stuff out over the next couple of days.
Yeah, I thought they would do that too, but they didn't. So you got a chance to watch everything. Were you happy with the results of what we got today, Evil? Or Dookie, whichever? 50-50, okay. Well, it looks like based on what we got and what they said in the panel, that 27 is going to be a big Dreadnought year. We'll go into all that as we go in this video. But I was pretty happy with everything. And just, you know, I have a weird love with this stuff now, because I'm always listening for clues. I'm always listening for more information that they're not really saying. You know, there's underlying things that's going on there, and I'm always listening to that stuff. So it was very interesting to me. I had to watch it like 3 times in order to really get the gist of everything, and I finally saw one. Black Genghis did a really nice, clear video. He was in the front row, and I got to watch his. So I don't know, did you guys watch multiple videos, and did you watch clear ones or very grainy ones and things like that?
That first run, when it was live, I was jumping back and forth between about 5 different guys that were streaming it, and it was pretty rough there for a while. And I actually missed, because the audio was so bad, the name of the new guy that's the head of design taking over for Lenny. Of course, we know who he is now. It's Eric. But at that time, I was like, man, this is pissing me off. I mean, this is a big announcement. Nobody's got good enough audio to pick it up.
Yeah. And it kind of goes back to when I was doing for Joe Fest, and I was trying to do videos and stuff. I did like 5 videos and a panel and stuff like that, and people made comments to me, hey, what are you recording this through, a potato? And I was like, you know, what are you going to do? You know, none of us are like movie producers here. We're doing the best with what equipment we have available, and I'm a very busy person at these things. So, you know, I don't know. I think we should be a little bit understanding about people's equipment, but, you know.
That Wi-Fi at the hotel, too, was hard tapped with all those people in there. It was hard to get a video out, period.
Yeah. All right, so let's go into the chat real quick and say hello to everybody. We have Lone Dragon, Super Dave, hello. Hello to you. We have, hi, it's me. Time for the new news. That's correct. Hi, it's me for the new news. That's correct. Thank you very much for joining us. What's up, Super Dave? Sean Jones? Not much.
Sean Jones?
Thanks for joining us. Good evening, Derek Holloman. Good evening to you.
Derek.
Sean Jones, see, they teased your shipwreck you've been wanting. Trust me, I'm going to have a lot to say about some of this stuff. Trust me on that. Steve Martin's in the house. Hello, Steve Martin. Good evening, gentlemen and chat. Thank you very much. Joe Prime. Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up, Joe Prime?
Just having a good old time talking about G.I. Joe. Cobra Anomics. What's up, everybody? What's up with you? Lunchbox Killers in the house. Good evening, y'all. Hi, it's me. Weird love is the best love. Yeah. I agree with you. Sean Jones, Dookie and 610. Good tattoos. Good those all. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Thank you. Appreciate it. What's Eric's full name? I'm going to get into that in just a moment. Hi, it's me. Just hang on there with us. Hang in there for a few minutes. Yo, Joe, what's up, Super Dave 610 and Evil One? Thank you, DeWindo Viper. Appreciate it. What's up with you?
What's up,
potatoes are versatile in 2026. Funny. What's up, everybody? Clint Jorgensen.
What's up, Clint?
Bobby World. Bobby World.
Bobby.
I'm happy that they finally announced the Thunder Machine and October Guard. Yeah, there was a lot of love this time in this reveals for a lot of people. I think people should be very, very happy. Mattel is a-holes. Let me put Jim Skeletor in my car, made me wait in line 10 minutes and then told me it was sold out. I'm sorry. Oh, damn, yo. Same Time Toys, yeah. We got the house fully stacked tonight. We got Evil, Dookie, and 610 in the house. Hello, Lego Star Wars Kid. Hello, Super Dave. Thank you very much.
Lego?
Shane. All right, so we have a slideshow, or we have the panel. We'll just pause it as we go, like we usually do in these with 610 and I. And there's going to be a lot to cover, so I hope you guys strap in, hang in there with me, because we got a lot to go through. So here we go.
Go.
Is there anything else you want to say, Evil, before we get going?
I'm excited. Let's go. Let's hit it.
All right, here we go.
Hey G.I. Joe fans, super excited to be with you here at San Diego Comic-Con. For those of you who do not know, my name is B-Mac. I work on marketing on G.I. Joe Classified Series, and I'm joined by our all-new designer, Eric Siebenhaller. Super.
All right, did you guys all hear that? Eric Siebenhaller. I want to talk a little bit about Eric Siebenhaller. I've known Eric for a little while now. I met him many, many, many years ago at BotCon. He did this beautiful Transformer Optimus Prime sketch. I'm going to switch my head to here. Hold on. There. This, I don't know if you can see it. This beautiful Transformer Optimus Prime sketch at BotCon for me. You can see that signed by Eric Siebenhaller down there. So he's been a really cool guy in the Transformers community for many years. And I'm very, very happy to see him finally on the G.I. Joe Classified brand. Obviously, he's been friends with Lenny for many years, probably going back to their Transformer years, because they both worked on Transformers first before they both came over to Classified G.I. Joe. So, all right. Anything about these, Eric Siebenhaller, 610, or Evil Dookie?
As far as Eric goes, I don't know him personally like you do, but Lenny, he didn't say who he was or the name at the time, but at Joe Fest, he said, this is a guy that is passionate about Joe and that will take the line in the right direction. So I'm hoping we get to see that.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he did a really good job on Transformers, and I think he's going to do a good job on this as well. So we'll just have to see how it all plays out. So, all right. What about you, Evil? Anything on this?
No, I'm good with it.
Okay. Moving on.
Excited to have you. So happy to be here. It's been a long time coming. I am a long time Hasbro vet, and
I finally get the opportunity to work on one of my favorite brands of all time, and I'm so happy to be here.
It's super fun. Eric has come right in, picked everything up. We're excited. He's moving projects along. 2027 still going to be a great year. Very excited to do that. But let's talk about reveals that we have going on Comic-Con. This morning at the press breakfast, we revealed the first official look at Tomb Raider. So let's check these photos out right now. You can see super iconic pistol pose.
All right, so what do you guys think about Tomb Raider joining the classified line and the way that they handle this whole situation with Tomb Raider? Were you guys happy about this? Because I think she looks phenomenal. I think she fits in with G.I. Joe very well. But let's see what you guys have to say.
Dave, I'm going to pop off because I think mine's the mic that's echoing.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll hop in real quick. I think, honest to God, well, now I'm echoing, but that's all right. Check the chat, make sure they're not hearing us.
They are. They say echoing. Someone is in the laptop. They said echo again. Someone has to mute their laptop. So I don't know.
Well, I've got my volume nearly all the way down.
Yeah, that's all I'm using. I don't use headsets, so I have to use my mic on my laptop, so I have to do that.
Excuse us while we have technical difficulties.
Okay, thanks, Echo. That's bad.
Yeah, I can hear it real bad.
Well, it's not on my side. I don't know who it's on. Dave is good, they said. Still echoing. Okay, we're going to get it fixed. Says Dave is the only one not echoing. All right. So it's somebody on the other mics. So, all right. Well, I'll talk about Tomb Raider a little bit here, why they get their situation fixed. Well, Lara turned out great. She's one of the prettiest HUD sculpts ever. They said drop out and come right back in. Should fix it. They said drop out 610. Howdy, howdy. Hello, Steve, for lunch. I'm taking you off. Bought 2 of this. It's just one of those things, LOL. Might be Sugar Daddy's echo. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, I love this. I think she fits in beautifully, and I think she's really cool. All right, I've added you back on, Evil Dookie.
All right, is that better?
For me, it never sounded any different. It sounded the same. So I don't know if it sounds better for you.
I'm not echoing on my end now.
Now I hear an echo. Now I hear an echo. I didn't before. Did you guys happen to see the Big Bad Workshop display? Looks like they... Yeah, that's weird. Says evil is good. It's echoing on my side now. Hold on.
That's weird because it was my side before. I don't know what it is.
Can you hear me now? There you go. All right. I think
I got you now.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're good. You and I are good. All right. So back to Tomb Raider. All right.
Climbing up or spelunking, as she likes to do.
Yes, she's a wonderful adventuress, and she's going cave diving.
Yeah. And then we have a couple other photos here for everybody to see. So you can see she does come with her bow, can be drawn back, the arrow goes on there, the iconic dual desert eagles up in the sky. So, you know, just a lot of fun here. But also, we have to talk about the packaging. So let's talk about this. Not really representative.
All right, so this is interesting. They gave her, instead of a box, 30th anniversary. They gave her the vintage retro packaging treatment, and it's kind of like a foil. So it's like the old Sergeant Slaughter and the Rowdy Piper San Diego Comic-Con 4-inch modern figures that were released. They had like that foil on top of it, kind of like this. So they followed suit with Tomb Raider, but this time in classified. So for people that are wondering why they did this, well, there are precedents for that. Like I said before, Sergeant Slaughter got 2, and Rowdy Piper also got 1 as well. So it's not unheard of, but I think it fits better. And one of the interesting things about this as well is she's using the techno camo instead of the regular flame camo. She's got the techno camo because obviously she's a video game character, and she's got the file card, and she's got the 30th anniversary shield up there on the back of the package. You have anything to say about this one, Evil?
I don't know how she didn't come with a torch or a flashlight.
Yeah, torch, you're right. Actually, that is a miss.
That's a big miss.
So people are saying that $45 is a little too much for her. I pre-ordered her already. She came up tonight at 5 p.m. on Hasbro Pulse, and I think Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. You can because she's a what do they call that? Fans hobby person or whatever. So you can be ordered through everything. So did you order her already?
Yeah, I got one on order for her. Actually, Seagrin picked one up for me because I forgot about it, and then I was going to order it, but he said he ordered enough. So
okay.
I think it's a good character. I think it's a good figure. There's definitely lore behind it. It's going to open up possibilities for other people, even if it's just a one-time off. You know, if they were a Tomb Raider fan, they'll just get this. But not sure if they should have put the file card or her with the file card like that. I think the packaging should have been a little bit different, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is a little bit odd, but you know, I've seen worse. They've done worse packaging in the past. It's not 100% perfect, but definitely not as bad as I've seen with some of the other packaging back in the day, like the early retro cards that was so flimsy you couldn't even hold the friggin' figure. It was really bad.
Yeah.
But read on the torch. But yeah. Too much, but she is well done. All right. 610, are you looking better over there?
Here, echo.
No echo.
Okay.
Would have preferred the box, but nice on card, and the art is great. Yeah. I hear that. Evil Dookie. Where can I get her? You can get her from everywhere, K-Mac. Hasbro Pulse, Big Bad, Entertainment Earth. I'm not sure about Amazon. I can't remember if she's Famazon or not. Paisana says the whole thing is perfect. You still have an echo, I guess, but there's not much we're going to be able to do about you still sound garbled, they said. Sorry. Agreed on package. Amazon, yes. Yeah, so she's Famazon. Cobra Unicron. Greetings to all from Planet Cobra La. Looks great. Lara looks great. Glad she is on Retro Card. She is sold out everywhere but BBTS. Yeah, because they charge a lot for shipping and handling. That's why. Oh, she's sold out. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I think that's enough on Tomb Raider. Let's move on.
Here, but make sure you can stop by the booth if you're at Comic-Con and see that this packaging is eco-foil. So all of it shines as you move it, but super fun. A deluxe retro card back. Gets that fun file card on the back.
Yeah. Super premium feel, and it kind of plays right into the G.I. Joe brand DNA as well.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's super fun. Very excited to partner with Crystal Dynamics on this, get this out there. For those who need to know, the pre-order for her is today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're watching this on Thursday, July 23rd, I believe it is. But she will be a mainline release available everywhere fine toys are sold, so make sure you add this to your collection. She'll be coming this fall. Up next, let's talk about summer convention exclusive.
So apparently everywhere is sold out except for BBTS on that.
Right? The first one's super fun, right out of the episode. Fatal
Fluffies.
What was that?
Hey, Dookie, are you hearing echo on the video?
You said yes.
Yeah, time.
Hey, Dave asked Chloe, my daughter in here, she said your mic may be turned up too high, too hot, and it's picking up your speakers on you.
All right, let me let's check mine out. And we'll go down a little bit, and we'll see how it works out. If it's
If that's not it, then I'll get off and let y'all run.
Is that better?
Try playing the video.
Okay.
Those guys are wild.
You know, we had a lot of fun here. We did the cereal box execution, but for those of you who are classified hardcore collectors, that is just a sleeve that comes off, and you have the product inside in your classified box to be able to add it. Again, we had a little fun on the front of the box. Whistle not included. Sorry. I know everybody wanted the whistle to turn the Derpy Fluffy into the Fatal Fluffy. Just didn't fit in there because, you know, we gave you this guy that placed about an 11.5-foot tall figure. So, super excited, plus the note for Forward Win, and super fun. And then our other exclusive this time is the No Place Like Springfield 2-pack, which is just one of the most insane 2-part episodes in the history of A Real American Hero.
He is. If you remember, like, Shipwreck is basically being brainwashed, and he's going through all this like trauma, and it's a fun toy that we got to explore here.
Yeah. So both of these exclusives available in limited quantities each day here on site at San Diego Comic-Con. However, they will be available on Hasbro Pulse following the convention, so be sure to keep an eye on social for all of that, plus your email. Clearly, everybody's getting Pulse emails, right?
That's right.
All right, so let's roll right into product reveal. So these are all the things we just revealed at our panel. So up first, we have, hey, if you've been paying attention, Walmart Collector Con was earlier.
All right, so this was a bit of a surprise, and I know a lot of people were upset about this. This kind of came out of nowhere. BMAC did make a comment, I guess, in some place on the socials yesterday before this went live this morning, but we, me and 610 knew about this. We knew it was coming. We could not say anything because of our sources and things like that, but we kind of hinted that this would be something that would be coming since people wanted it, and it was a big need for the fan base. They really wanted another Range Viper. What do you say about this, 610?
I think that it's definitely a needed figure. I've got echo still. I'm going to back out, Dave, and see if y'all can better without me. Go to the show now and just watch it and see what it sounds like.
I'm sorry about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did not advertise the Range Viper that well. I'm sorry. But it's just the way it is, unfortunately. I like the Fatal Fluffies. Price could have been better, but it is what it is. Cereal box for the theme Optimus Prime O's type thing. Yep. Did it sell out? I got me 6. I got 1 because I didn't need more than that because I already had 2 of the original one that I opened one for review, so I only got 1 just to have the variant packaging of it. What about you, Evil Dookie? Did you get more of these Range Vipers?
No, I didn't, and I actually didn't even think about it because it was the same packaging. And I realized after the fact
No, the packaging's not the same.
yeah, I realized too late.
Oh, yeah, because they didn't advertise it. So, yeah. They did keep the same numbering, and they put the photo on the back like they do with the new packaging. So they just switched it around. But it is the same number. 610 says it's still echoing bad. I don't know why, because I lowered my mic. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Yeah, same number, different package. So I'm not sure what's going on. Cancel the show and come back. No, we're not going to do that. Turn your speakers. Turn my speakers. I don't have speakers. I'm using my laptop, so it's the volume in my laptop, and I turned my volume down. So can you guys hear me now? And do I sound like I'm echoing now? I already turned it down, 610. It's good now. Yeah, see, I don't think it was me. That Range Viper confused me for a second, but I figured it's an exclusive for a reason, so I ordered 2. Yeah, it's not really an exclusive. It's just a re-release of one that sold out that they knew people wanted more. Yeah, I'm fine. I thought I was. It wasn't you, yeah. Happy Chaotic Thursday. I hope there weren't too many pre-order tiers today. I think there were a couple, Crusty Old Crow. All right, so here's the video. Let's go with that. See what happens.
Today, the Range Viper makes a return, but now in window box packaging.
And here we are.
Yeah, so
Look at this guy in his glory.
He's so good. So a troop builder that came out in the plastic free era. We know a lot of people weren't able to acquire him. We want him. He's going for a lot. So we made sure to get him out there for that re-release at Walmart CollectorCon today, so we'll be able to make sure everybody's added to their troop building.
That's right.
And then our other exclusive, we're expanding Night Force.
That's right.
So we got Psych Out, super fun.
Super fun. And he's a foil to Crystal Ball.
Yeah, he's absorbing all that energy and putting it back out now. So you'll see when you get to see the file card will go up, I believe, later this week from Mark. Fun, but again, window box packaging has that Night Force logo. You can see a great render on the back of pack.
Right.
Very excited for this.
Wonderful toy.
Back in Yojo June, we name characters. So here's your first look at retro cardback Falcon on that digital burst. You fix the face. Things are good.
Yes.
So, but you've got super iconic, the backpack. You'll see here in these other ones, you have his knife stows in his backpack, and then he has the really cool antenna. You see a lot of posability, and again, like I said, we got the face print right this time around. Next in the retro wave that's coming out, we have the Cobra Valkyries, which didn't actually exist back in the day.
No.
But we did the Valkyrie 2-pack, was a Pulse exclusive. We know everybody loves more females in the line.
Equal opportunity.
Yeah, so we did those classic retro colors, did the blue. You see the iconic pose. In the next slide here, you'll see that we have that iconic Cobra rifle in her hand, as well as, she can dual wield pistols too, so maybe she needs to face off another dual wielder. You just never know what's going to happen there.
We can see. You never know what's going to happen.
And then lastly, the one everybody's been waiting for, you finally finish your original 13 collection, the original Laser Rifleman of G.I. Joe.
Mr. Flash.
Mr. Flash is finally here. You can see you can get him in the card art pose, but you can see there's also a lot of playability here.
Tons of playability.
So very excited to finish that original 13 wave for everybody. But you're probably all asking, like, hey, when can I get these? Well, good news. Pre-orders for these will be next week. On Tuesday, July 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can see they're all in their retro cardback glory. They come together. It'll be very fun. So clearly you need two because everybody's putting their cards on the wall.
Yeah,
then you definitely got to put them on your 13 chest.
It's a priority, a moral imperative.
So, other reveals that we had going on, we finally revealed the final of the Mad Marauders here. So we've been building the Mad Marauder team over a few years. Those iconic blue, green, and browns. But now I think it's the first time ever in Classified we're actually doing a 2-pack with a pet.
That's right. I believe so.
Junkyard there, you can see him licking off Mutt's face mask, and he's kind of angry. He's kind of got the angry face on.
It's adorable.
This whole thing. And then you can see they're getting ready to jump into action. So a lot of fun there. And then this is a Famazon shared exclusive. For pre-order for this is also on Tuesday, July 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nice.
All right, we revealed another item, which I think people are really excited about. We ran to reveal this beginning of the week, the Crimson Snake Burger.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So playing in a little to the world of the whole takeover of Darklonia, within the world of Classified, this has got some Mars Industry upgrades, so clearly Destro's got his hands in here while Darklon's running Darklonia now. and then you can just really see that red pops in the cockpit versus how it was with the grays on the original release, and then the Tampo on the back. We kind of
A little bit of upgrades.
Super fun. This is an Amazon exclusive. It will be also available for pre-order on Tuesday, July 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we had, I think, a very iconic reveal here.
This is wonderful.
Our good
I
friend.
love this.
You can't have a Triple T without Sergeant Slaughter, right? So we classified this up. I know some people are like, why does it have a canopy? But you can clearly see in this right picture, Sarge agrees.
I think Sarge does agree with me.
What was that?
I said, could we pause it for a minute?
Yeah.
I was going to talk about that crimson, that deco on that. I was so floored when I first saw that because I really expected we were just going to get a straight red repaint on that thing. And the way they broke it up with the black, making it where we could have it with 788, with the crimson team, with the Iron Grenadiers, and heck, if you've got the stickers from the Rattler left over, you could even have a Red Shadows version.
Yeah, they really did a good job with this. I think I agree with you. It covers a lot of different boxes, checks off a lot of boxes, checks off Iron Grenadiers, checks off the Red Shadows, checks off Destro's Iron Grenadiers, checks off the 788 Fire Team. So you can fill this in as a troop builder type of vehicle or weapon in all those factions if you wanted to. And so I'm hoping they have stickers and decals that can represent all those in this if they do that, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But, everybody is back on the stream. We had some technical difficulties. We had some weather issues, but it looks like everybody's back together with us, and so we're going to continue this. So all these items through the Triple T here are going to be available next Tuesday, July 28th at your normal, no, actually this one's not going to be.
Right.
Falcon, the Valkyrie, and the Flash, and the Crimson Snake Armor, and the Mutt Junkyard, and Footloose will all be available next Monday at 1 p.m. on Pulse and a couple other places. Amazon for the Snake Armor, and a few other places for the others as well. Big Bad or Entertainment Earth and Pulse, I believe, right?
If you're worried about one of them selling out, the one you need to be worried about is going to be the Cobra Snake Armor, because it is an Amazon exclusive and not a Fanmazon.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, that's true. He does. Yep. Yep, it does. All right, so we're going to continue this.
Make sure we have that super iconic pose where he jumps out in the front to take out all the bats.
All the bats.
Invading the Joe base. And then we wanted to make sure you all knew that the back does still fold down. There's playability there. You can put troopers back there to shoot, or they can control that control panel on the back. So,
yeah, you got to have a little mechanical action happening back there.
Yeah, so this one is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, giving you all a little bit of time coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. This will not go up for pre-order until Wednesday, August 12th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So keep an eye on socials. We will remind you via email. We will remind you via social ahead of time, but we're going to make sure that this comes out. And now finally,
So this is going to be available August 12th. So you got a few weeks before this comes out. Hopefully, they said it's going to be very reasonably priced, and they added a lot of upgrades to it. But for those that are traditionalists that want to have themselves shot at or have their Sarge shot at, you can remove a lot of those accessories and items to get a better vintage aesthetic. And the Sergeant Slaughter is not the USA Sergeant Slaughter like we were hoping, but it's a redeco of the Mercer and Sergeant Slaughter 2-pack Sergeant Slaughter, just with darker colors. People are saying that it's Night Force Sergeant Slaughter. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about this Sergeant Slaughter?
Go ahead, 610.
You want me to go? All right. Honest to God, I love it. The Triple T, I love the fact that it's modular and you can take the shield off or the hatch off and the roll bars up front as well to make it the OG if you want to, but you don't have to. You know what I mean? It's classified up. I think when I have Sarge in it, I'd probably leave the canopy off, but anybody else driving it, I'd definitely have to put it on. As far as the Slaughter, I think that's a good call. I mean, he looks like he could be a Night Force Slaughter. I know we all want the USA Slaughter. I want it. But we got what we got. They have to do reuse. I mean, let's just be real. The money's got to be made because it's Hasbro and their penny pinchers, and that's what they're going to do. So you're going to get the reuse, but trust me, down the line, it'll happen.
And then this has working treads, which I've been telling people for quite a while. We've known about this for a while. Right. It does have working and you could put this on your Night Force shelf. Probably what I'll do, let's see, this Sarge is but I'll get it. And I think there was another comment. Yeah, that's it. So we're going to move on. You got anything to say, Evil Dookie, before I move on?
Yeah, this is the top vehicle for me as a kid along with the Flame Machine, so I'm definitely getting it.
Oh, great.
Revealed this probably almost a year ago saying, hey, we're going to give you Arctic stuff to go with your Snowcat and your Arctic Hiss Tank. This is your first look officially outside of the renders of the Arctic Assault 3-pack. So again, we have those 2 Cobra versus the Steel Core Trooper. And then you can see these other pictures are just a lot of fun. Somehow they didn't realize the Steel Core's hiding there.
He blends in with the background.
And then, just choking out the Drift Viper as we
doing a choke slam.
Super fun. This is also a Hasbro Post exclusive. I'm giving you even a little more time for this one. Will be available for pre-order at the end of August on Wednesday, August 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That was a weird one because we've been waiting on this for quite a long time. They revealed this like right after Christmas. I think when they did the video of the Arctic Assault Hiss video, going over it and everything, they revealed these 3 figures. So we've had renders since, like, I would say December, right? December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. We've had renders of these for 7 months, and it's taken them this long to give us some information for pre-order, but they did say that we needed to be patient in the panel, that we should have known they were going to give us more to do with the Arctic Assault theme and the Snowcat theme and so on and so forth. But I think the G.I. Joe fans are a little bit more impatient than the Star Wars fans. When you get a Star Wars big thing, they're doing a whole, program around that. But we didn't really know with the Snowcat. We assumed we might get some more, but we didn't know. So before the Snowcat HasLab campaign ended, they threw out the name only for Iceberg. And we only got the render for Iceberg 3 weeks ago. So 3 or 4 weeks ago. So we had no idea. So them doing these guys in January and then us not getting them until now doesn't play with classified fans. It doesn't play well with me. I don't think it makes sense. I think they were guessing on the HasLab, and they were get the HasLab done last year, and that's why they had to do it with the Assault Hiss Tank, the 3-pack, Iceberg, and things like that. What do you think, 610?
Way better than we saw renders of this. Dave, we saw these in hand at one of the cons. It was in the NSK, and I don't know why he's not remembering that. But that said, we've had these on the list forever. I'm shocked that they're not going up to pre-order now.
Yeah, it was on, I believe it was at Toy Fair. They did show them on the floor at Toy Fair.
Right.
So it's weird that they don't have that memory of that. But, yeah, I don't get it. It seems a little weird, this entire thing with these guys. I just don't know. But people want it.
I'm excited for them. They're a troop builder. You know.
Yeah, it's a troop builder.
And they're not. No, they're not an epic figure, but I'm a complete sense. I gotta get it.
Yeah. Yes, Todd C. This is Seidenfeld. Seidenfeld? No, Seidenler? Something like that. I don't know. I'm having a problem remembering his name because I haven't said it enough. What he works on before I missed the stream. He worked on Transformers for a long time. I think they just want this to come out with the Snowcat. Yeah, but it's just weird. I don't know. That Saw Viper face sculpt looks like the one 109, 110. Yeah, it is. Yeah. He worked on the Transformers earlier. Yeah. So I'm guessing no radical changes to Joe then. No, doesn't look like it. He's worked at Hasbro for a long time. Sorry, Dave, I lost it again. That's all right. It's okay. 610 Echo again. Yep, I'm going to say it's Star Wars sucks now. I always been G.I. Joe. Yeah. All right, so let's move on.
All right, so we also did something a little different this year. We got into the 2026 Hall of Fame with our human inductee, and everybody's going to love this, Sergeant Slaughter.
The Sarge.
So we have inducted Sergeant Slaughter as the third human inductee into the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame since we started it 3 years ago.
Rightfully deserved.
And it's his 40th anniversary with G.I. Joe. His first official toy came out in 1986.
That's right.
So we're celebrating 40 years with Sarge. It was super exciting. He had no idea.
All right, so I'm going to switch this a little bit so I can show myself. Hold on, 610, okay?
Go ahead.
Sarge! You better prepare, maggots. I'm in the Hall of Fame now. Give me push-ups, and I mean stat. Yay, Sarge! This is awesome. I'm so happy that he got the Hall of Fame. He was already in the Hall of Fame, I thought, but apparently not. So he's the third human that has been in the Hall of Fame. I believe the first one was the gentleman that created G.I. Joe in 1960, whatever, before they made the toys. He created G.I. Joe. I think last year was Larry Hama, and now it's Sergeant Slaughter. So what do you think about this? You think this is overdue, or you think it's about time?
I think it's definitely about time. I mean, he was on our cartoon or on TVs every afternoon during Rise of Serpentor or Rise of Serpentor, and ever since then, man, it's just been a staple. And he's still loving it. He's still coming to the cons. He's still signing autographs. He's still putting in the work, man. He deserves it.
He had a lot to say at the panel earlier today. He talked about how he got his first figure, and they said they thought it was going to be $300,000, but it was $3 million, and that they thought that was going to be a problem. And he said, "Well, if that's a problem, then that's a good problem." But he was giving out some of the Sergeant Slaughters at the ring on wrestling matches, giving them to kids around the ring, and he wished that he had those back. He was very thankful and very glad for the honor and very happy. And he loves the fans, and he loves being a part of G.I. Joe. And it was his wife that really suggested that he do this because he doesn't get hurt with plastic. He does get hurt in wrestling. And so then somebody else asked about him being the bad guy version, and he said that was a very difficult thing for him to deal with as a person because he did not want to do that. But
one more time.
it kept happening. So about that, but so I'm very happy for Sarge. He's a really great guy. Sarge in this costume is overdue. Yeah, they did not mention the USA one. No, he didn't create it, but the other guy did. There was a guy in the 60s, and I can't think of his name, that created G.I. Joe. In 62, he came up with the Buck for it, the doll version of it, and he came to Hasbro with the idea of the military boys line, created the original action figure, whoever that was in 1962. I can't think off the top of my head what his name is, but that guy created it. But G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, was a big part of Larry Hama in the 80s. So that's why he was added to the Hall of Fame. And now it's Sergeant Slaughter, the very first live person to be a G.I. Joe, Sergeant Slaughter. And he said that he was in the mix with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Chuck Norris. Stan Winston, that's correct. Thank you, Cooter's Garage. I could not think of his name. He was the first person inducted 3 years ago, and then Larry Hama last year, and now Sergeant Slaughter is this year. And they did this early, but they figured they're going to do it early because he was there and he was on the panel, and he ran off the Dreadnoks, Cobra Commander, and all the people in Cobra, the hierarchy of Cobra. And so they said they're going to give the G.I. Joe Toy of the Year later in the fall, so we have to keep an eye out for that vote for that. So we'll see what happens with that. USA Slaughter will be on a retro card. You first on 8th. Okay, Commander Unicron. I think that would be a great figure. Somebody did ask that. Them 40th anniversary figures, retro cards. Someone asked if there would be a Sergeant Slaughter, and they did not answer that person. They kind of hemmed and hawed and say, we can't tell you what's coming in the future, but that would be cool, would be nice. Anything's possible. They're normal company answers. What do you think about that, 610?
Yeah, Hasbro's going to Hasbro. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, let's move on, you maggots.
Idea this was happening. Very excited to make him the third human in the Hall of Fame.
Such a great guy too. We love him.
Does such good work for us. So very excited, very deserved. Love you, Sarge. Excited to have you be a part of this. But do we want to talk about name reveals? I think we should talk about name only.
Let's do it.
So up first, this will be your classified wave of 2027. This one I kind of loved. It was one of my favorites as a kid. Hardball.
Hardball.
Anything?
He's got a wonderful baseball bat.
He does have a baseball bat.
Louisville Slugger.
All right, so this has been a figure that I've wanted. So this has been this entire experience for San Diego Comic-Con has been like a love letter for me, because this is a character that I've wanted for years. I've been saying it in my chats, saying it in my streams, saying it in my videos, and they finally got it. And it's two other people that I know's favorite character. A good friend of mine here in Florida, Stephen Chaser, loves this character, and I believe there's somebody who loves this. Who's that? 610? Woody. I think Woody loves this. Triple Deuce, exactly.
Yeah, I picked Woody today as soon as they name dropped it, and said, "Well, they name dropped him. Now you can tell them how long you've known about him."
Yeah, they're going to give him a bat. They're going to give him a bunch of stuff. They did make fun of him because he has, like, rockets or whatever on his ankles. I think the grenade launcher, they've already done this grenade launcher like 3 times, 4 times, to my knowledge. So I don't know if he's going to get anything new. Every part on this figure is already in the line. There's nothing new here except for the bat.
I'm gonna go ahead and just give a little bit. I believe, if it was my opinion that we're asking, that gun's going to be totally redone, bigger, more like the original, and it will even have shells for each chamber.
Wow, that'll be interesting if they do that. That's a lot of new tooling for that.
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and just say that's what I would think they'd do.
Oh, we'll see what happens. See what happens. But I'm very over the moon for this one. I'm very, very happy for those that want it. I'm glad I want it, so I'm happy for myself. So, all right, we're going to continue this.
Who doesn't need a baseball bat with their 6-inch figures? Also, I mean, wearing grenades around your ankles is clearly the safest thing you could ever do.
OSHA approved.
So, very love it. And then up next in the wave, we have a shipwreck. This is not the shipwreck we're making. However, this was kind of the inspiration. This was a former Dollar General exclusive back in the day in that wave. So you can see it's kind of like Night Force without being Night Force. He is going to come with a parrot that's not Polly this time around, so you have to wait to see that. But
there's a little bit of narrative there.
Very much more the shoreman look versus his sailor costume. So a nice, different version of a younger shipwreck, not gray hair being tormented.
All right, so this is another one. When they announced this, I was like ecstatic. Look, I've known about these for a while, so I'll just tell you that. But I've wanted this shipwreck before I knew that it was coming. I wanted a longshoreman shipwreck. They said it's not going to be exactly this. It's going to be a bit darker. It's going to come with a new poly. It's going to be a little bit upgraded, classified upgraded for this. But as long as it's got the beanie and it's got more of a long look to it, that's all that I care, because I don't think the other shipwreck really fits in with a modern military or even a modern mercenary or kind of action visual line. I just don't. It's just too retro for me. What do you think?
Two things. One, going back to the fact that you said that about the grenades around his ankle, I think it's funny that we got two name reveals with that have explosives around their ankles. But as far as shipwreck, I believe they would probably lean towards I know the clue that was given for the vendors was ready for the docks. And so to me, that says probably either a pea coat or a longshoreman coat, something along those lines to fit with the darker aesthetic, and maybe something in that direction.
Yeah. Found out the rounds for this launcher are referred to as baseballs. Very funny.
There you go.
Wasn't there a Spy Troops shipwrecks like this? Yes, there was.
Yeah.
I still can't understand some people. Someone on I think it was Facebook said that, what the hell does Lara Croft have to do with G.I. Joe? I wrote back, what did Sergeant Slaughter have to do with G.I. Joe? And yeah, there's a lot of characters that are in G.I. Joe: Rowdy Roddy Piper, Refrigerator Perry, Sergeant Slaughter, Tomb Raider. Snake Eyes was also in Fortnite, and he fought Batman in that comic. There's a lot of crossovers with G.I. Joe, whether they be in toy format, in video game format, in comic book format. It's just something that has existed since the very beginning of G.I. Joe, and it's no different. So I don't have a problem with it. So there you go.
There you go.
Silly People jersey, yep. The Devils do look, yep. The Devils do look, exactly. Military, and what about the Fridge and Rowdy Piper? Exactly. Yep. Fridge family won't let them have it. Yep, that's true. They won't. There's a problem there. That's just what makes G.I. Joe so special. Yeah, it does include real people in it. Woody.
I love that it does it, man. To me, the fact that you can bring somebody in like Laura Croft in issue 330 of the A-Raw series, which is now canon because it's Fama's series, so it's canon. She's part of the comic book now, guys. So, I mean, why be hating on it? And just a little advice, those Facebook groups, they suck. Just stay out of them. I know that there's some good information, but man, don't even argue with those people. They get so persnickety in there, it's like a bunch of hens running around clucking.
You're right. There is too much negativity. All right, we're going to continue on with this.
This next reveal, I think, however, is really going to excite everybody. We're finally getting to the October Guard.
Yes.
Dinah is going to join the team. We're super excited. We'll get to learn about the lore of this when we get to those reveals later in the year and just really understand how we're going to push the October Guard and push the global team.
It's amazing.
So this is another one. We kind of, with the hat with Zanya, and then they gave it to daughter too, apparently the same hat, that there was some sort of a rumor going to come. I don't know which version we're going to get, because now that we have Lara Croft's legs with those shorts, there is a version of Dinah in the comics that has that version, but they're playing it this a little bit differently because they're going to have them going up against the Iron Grenadiers, apps, a lot of that type of stuff over in Darklonia, Darklon. See how they tweak these up for the classified series. What do you think about Dana? BMAC called her Dinah, but I've always called her Dana.
Yeah, I do believe it's Dana, but man, I am super excited about this figure. I am so stoked. The October Guard. Real quick, what's up, Woody? What's up, Jersey? But the October Guard, man. Hey, we grew up in the Cold War with Russia. You know, I mean, we drilled for nuclear crap because, yeah, we're going to survive the nuke with a book over our head. But, dude, when I first started reading about the October Guard in the early issues of ARA, and then to know that they're going to intertwine them against Destro and Iron Grenadiers, which is not far-fetched, because if you'll remember in the, I want to say, maybe 90s, somewhere in there, the two Karus down at Sierra Gordo and the October Guard and Joe and Destro and Darklon and all them got into it down there, you know. So it's not that far-fetched to go with this plot line. But I am a huge October Guard fan. And more importantly, I don't think they could have picked a better figure to start with from the October Guard, because she's just badass in every way. And then two, I know who the next October Guard is going to be, and I cannot wait to reveal that one day.
Well, a lot of hints and things that you could go back on. Look at characters' bodies that have been released already for reuse.
Right.
I think all the October Guard are going to have some reuse in them. So you can kind of go through Classified and look at parts, because there are people that have made characters for Classified as customs, like in California, SoCal Joe Show always has a Classified exclusive there, a custom that they've done. They've done Dana, they've done Horashaw, they've done Colonel Brekhoff. They've done like 3, I believe.
Yeah, they're amazing looking too.
Yeah, they are. They do a good job with them. So I'm very happy about the October Guard. And this goes to show you, last year, 610, when they said there's nothing off the table, they meant it. Because we've now got Hooded Cobra Commander, we got Flash, we got something that's coming up soon, we've got Tomb Raider, we got the October Guard. Wow. Yep. And some of the new characters, yeah, it's going to be a year. Coming. Well, you stole my thunder on the Thunder Machine.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, with October Guard, you know, this and Hooded Cobra Commander, to me, prove that it's who's in charge of BMAC, not BMAC that's making the calls. He's the one that's going to fight for this stuff to get done. But it also shows me that Hasbro definitely swings with whatever political climate's going on the hardest. Because when Biden was in office, couldn't do anything. Then the Republicans came in, and all of a sudden everything's back open, because now we're squaring off with people, and we're not friends with Russia right now, you know. So I think they definitely run that meal a lot more than we think of the political world.
Well, and I want you to look at this logo that they have here. It doesn't say Russia's October Guard. It says the October Guard. So they're leaving the Russia part out. And this is going to be a different faction, some sort of other group that's going after Darklonians.
Not really Russian to begin with. She's Czech, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
And it wasn't ever Russia's October Guard, but it's implied with the October because of the October Revolution in Russia. It
says I had to split these comments up because my point was that's what Joe is so special, because anybody can be written into the line, and it has relaxed boundaries. Bring more. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
All right.
I have gotten to see a lot of the development on this item, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Wonderful. I love it. Next, you're only going to see a logo because I'm not going to show you what this looks like, but we made an all-new Dreadnought. I can actually tell you that this Dreadnought was made by Lenny. He left. It's crazy, like absolutely crazy, and I think you'll agree.
Yes.
All I'm going to say...
Off, like completely unhinged.
Yeah. Defibrillator Hammer. That's all I'm going to say about him for now, but his name is Flatline, all new Dreadnought. Super excited. Can't wait to get him in there. Mm-hmm. And then we got to round out...
So this is incredible. So we're getting another brand new character in line with Sunbow and Synapse, a completely unhinged Dreadnought. I wish Evil Dookie was here so we could talk to him about Flatline. He's going to have a defibrillator on the end of a hammer, and he's going to be using that to probably shock people or stun people or whatever. And they said that Lenny worked on it before he left, and they've seen it, and it is absolutely out of this world. What do you think about that?
I was really hoping Dookie was going to be here because I wanted to hear his opinion on this, because I've known about this for quite a while. I know you've known for a little while about a little bit of it. This is going to be a crazy figure, guys. Just because, I mean, the defibrillator tells you something about this Dreadnought. So he is related to medical stuff, but he's not the greatest medical guy. But he does know, like, think of other stuff you could do with medical stuff with the Dreadnoughts. And you might piece some things together. But I have not seen it, but the description that I've heard is, I can't imagine what this thing's really going to look like, just to be honest with you.
I'm thinking like something like Scalpel from the modern, the new Sculpt era, Scalpel, right, who had like a mask, and he was this psycho medic that worked for Cobra, and he had all kinds of blades and this and that, and needles and all kinds of weird nutso stuff. He was like Dr. Pig. Remember Dr. Pig from Batman, who was a scientist, chop people up, and he had the pig helmet, and he had that bloody smock on and everything like that. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, something like that. Definitely. I know he's going to be a bigger figure. Now, I don't know if we're talking bigger like heavy duty size, or if we're talking bigger like road pig size. Who knows at this point?
Interesting. Very interesting. All right, so let's move on.
The wave with our troop builder. So Heat Viper finally joining the fray. I mean, who doesn't like a laser rifle that can just shoot through tanks?
It's an amazing tool and very functional. Yeah. You know, you gotta be able to shoot through tanks sometimes.
And don't worry, the colors are punch. It's gonna look great. Very excited to do this.
But the iconic helmet as well.
Iconic. Rounding out.
Let's go back just a smidge. So this figure, I think this is going to have a lot of new tooling, because there's a lot of new accessories with this. There's a lot of new elements on the legs, on the helmet, on the backpack, on this big laser gun, unless they use an existing laser gun. So there's going to be a ton of new sculpting with this. And I'm shocked that we got this as a troop builder in this wave, because they are getting further and further out into the harder and harder troop builders. But this guy is one of my favorite old school vintage troop builders. What do you think about this guy? Laser Viper, I guess. Heat Viper.
And that head sculpt's going to be next level. I mean, I can only imagine what they're going to do with it. And just hoping it continues the way it has, man, because if they just stay closer to the original and just beef it up the way they have been, I think they're going to just keep putting out bangers.
Oh, yeah. On this one, I don't think he needs to be changed that much, because that
No.
original vintage figure was like one of the best in the vintage line, in my opinion. And if that gets upgraded to classified scale and just tweak some of that stuff just to make it like stand out a little bit more, man, I'm shocked that this is not a deluxe figure, to be honest with you. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I know it's mainline, so I don't know how they didn't do it, but with that big gun, I'm imagining it'll be pretty big. But what other accessories he might come with, I don't know, other than just the gun. Now I know he did have the bombs around his ankles, which another guy with explosives around his ankles. But I think you can get away with mainline with it.
All right, we'll see what happens. All right, now this is another one that has been coming up next. Is going to be that's been very heavily speculated. Didn't believe. People said no, blah blah blah. But it's been revealed for a long time. We've known about it for a long time. So here you go. You finally got your proof that it is real and it is coming next.
Don't worry, the colors are punched. Very play, and then a character who never actually had an official Ninja Force look, but we definitely gave her one and played into that world. So you'll see Jinx in this pack along with Snake Eyes. Very excited to show you what that will be later in the year. It will be available in the Fall Collector Con.
All right, so the Fall Collector Con. So this is not going to be soon. So I'm thinking sometime in late September, like the last one in September was for, I believe, Grand Slam and Steeler, right? Grand Slam and Steeler?
No, it was Slice and Dice.
Oh, I thought the Target 2-pack was Grand Slam and Steeler.
It was Slice and Dice because we got the
that was the summer. That was the summer Target. Yeah, the Steeler and Grand Slam was the fall.
It was Target exclusive. That's right.
Yeah. So this is the fall one, and so
Steeler
that means
short
it'll be
fuse.
late September. What was that? Oh, sorry. There's too much stuff going on.
I know. Me too. I can't think.
So they did a new deco on her, and they said this does not represent her deco for this 2-pack, but it is Ninja Force. They upped her, and they obviously kept close with Snake Eyes, but they changed her, and they said she looked good and stuff like that.
Still wish they would have stuck with Lenny's original artwork for this as far as the colors.
So I guess it was Steeler and Short Fuse, not Steeler and Grand Slam. Sorry. It was Steeler and Short Fuse. That was the Target exclusive for fall. And this is the fall as well. And they're keeping with Lenny's probably design and colors and everything like that. I agree with you. I think so too. Apparently, Bees Battleground did a review of the Triple T already. So we'll have to look for that.
I'm wondering if it's for sale on the con floor like I thought it might be.
I don't think so. They didn't mention it in the panel, but who knows? We'll find out. Let's move on.
Target, and we'll get the news sometime before then.
It makes sense too, and Jinx is a ninja, so why not put her in Ninja Force?
And lastly, we're not going to reveal any of the character names. 2027 marks the 40th anniversary of G.I. Joe the movie, so we will be celebrating with a few exclusives scattered throughout the year. However, the entire retro cardback assortment, all 3 waves in 2027, will all be characters from the film exclusively. Also,
I went back just a smidge on that because I wanted to cover a couple of things with this. So during the panels, there was a couple of people that asked questions. One of the questions was, how many waves are there going to be? And they said there was 3 waves of retro movie 87 figures, but there would be some exclusives peppered in throughout the year. And we know there are going to be 2 Target retro cards and 2 Walmart retro cards. And they asked specifically, is Mentor going to be on one of those cards? And they could not speak to
Well, I don't know if David's frozen or if I'm frozen. Because I can't pull up the chat. I'm on my phone. So I guess I'll sit here and
What was
chill
that?
till he gets back. There he is.
I hope this new
Yeah.
Snake Eyes buck can be used for more true view too. Dave is frozen. No, I'm not.
I believe you were.
Oh, okay. So there's our Globulus as an exclusive, probably one of the exclusives. That's a good possibility. What do you think about the Serpentor question? Do you think there's a possibility of that rumored shirtless Serpentor as a retro card? Or do you think that's more comic book based, so we may not get that? Or do you think we'll get a Serpentor that's just a little slightly decoed differently, like maybe that bronze gold with less accessories?
Yeah, I think they're obviously going 40th. It's the anniversary. It's the movie. We're not getting shirtless Serpentor. Maybe that was one they threw out there because they had heard a Serpentor was coming, and they just wanted to throw a little stupidity in there. But I definitely see it being as close to the movie colors or the deep colors, one of the two, because I don't think they're going to go with the exact same colors they had before. If
No.
they do one, I have honest to God not seen that name on a list, but it wouldn't shock me if it came up.
A couple of the comments that they said though in the panel were that they were going to be re-releasing things that were exclusive as retro cards. Characters that have never had retro cards before, and exclusive characters that that are going to be re-released on retro cards. So that kind of makes you think about 40th anniversary animated movie characters that were exclusives. One of them jumps out as to me as Chuckles. We're going to get the animated version of Chuckles with the white shirt, and the pink flowers, and the blue jeans, and so on and so forth. And then I believe Tunnel Rat was a Night Force Tunnel Rat with Walmart's Night Force. That was exclusive as well. So maybe a Tunnel Rat will get re-released, a new version of Tunnel Rat. Because we got, a regular Tunnel Rat and a Night Force Tunnel Rat, right?
Right. Yep. So those both make sense.
Really would have liked a new box retro-looking Serpentor with Chariot, and a lot of new collectors need it. Yeah, they're not going to redo the Chariot. Positive. But I'm trying to think of characters that could use a redeco that were animated characters that definitely could use a redeco. The number one that jumps out at me that really needs a redeco and a re-release is Roblox version 2, which is number 1 in the classified line. It came after 00 Snake Eyes. They did do the running variant, so they made him a little bit darker, but I never was happy with that deco in the running variant or the original. So I think we really need another Roblox. And I would like them to add this guy to it, but I don't know if they will go to the trouble of adding this little snake. I was once a man. I don't know. We'll see.
I could definitely see Roadblock version 2. That would make sense because of the movie. Trying to think who else would make sense.
What other rawhides do you think could use a new figure? I've heard a lot of people say that they want another Jinx. They didn't care for the version that we got.
I was about to say, the Ninja Force Art or Jinx version is probably not going to be the rawhide version. So I would like to get that because the picture they showed of Jinx there with the red outfit like that with long sleeves, that's what I'd like to see. So yeah, that would make sense too.
So that means we would get two Jinxes next year. That would be interesting. And then we're getting another shipwreck this year, and then another shipwreck next year. So they're finally getting into duplicates. If they do a lot of these characters in 40th anniversary animated style, they're getting into some duplicates because Falcon's in the other wave with the Valkyrie and Flash, and that's definitely animated 40th anniversary movie. I'm surprised he was in that wave.
Yeah, it's the exact colors. I am too, and I'm surprised they didn't slap the 40th G.I. Joe the movie logo on the box for that one because it's obvious he's the movie version.
Trying to think what other characters are in the movie that could possibly be on a retro card. I'm thinking to myself, who had a big part in the movie? I'm like, well, did Zorana have a large part in the movie? Buzzer, some of the Dreadnoughts.
Zorana did for sure. I mean, because she was there with Falcon. That would make sense. And we haven't had a retro of her, and it's been years since she was released.
That's
true. Of
course,
I'm sure people can still pick her up pretty cheap, but just because there were so many. Trying to think who else. Hey, Pythona.
You think they'll do another Pythona after last year?
I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying it's a possibility if we're talking about exclusive and retro and movie.
Well, the thing with Nemesis Forcer, people have asked, he had both his heads. And he has a lot of modulability for that figure that you could do both versions. The same with Pythona. I don't think they're going to do second versions of those characters, but who knows, But I definitely think a deluxe Globulus would be coming next year at some point, since we've gotten Cobra La every year for the last 3 years straight, and then Once a Man Cobra Commander the summer of Nemesis Enforcer.
Yeah, it's got to happen. It's 40th, like we said. It only makes sense. Is he going to be in the retro wave? I don't see that happen.
I don't either, but he could be one of those exclusives that they're talking about.
You're right, but I mean, he probably. I see him being at least a deluxe, if not an exclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
I believe with all my heart they're going to do the pod and the snake body. I mean, I just don't see any way around it.
Yep, I'm 100% with you on that one. Yep. All right. I think we've talked through the 40th G.I. Joe retro cards and exclusives for that. We'll hold that conversation till a later date because we're going to have a lot to talk about with that down the road. How about a retro card Cobra La? Well, the fact that we got a Cobra La Royal Guard, and you can do multiple things with it. You can do the retro version, and you can do a newer, upgraded version. I don't see that happening either. I don't see us getting any re-releases of any Cobra La, but maybe Cobra La's that we never got. Maybe some Denizens, some Citizens, maybe some other duplicates of things. I don't know. If that's a possibility, maybe Cobra Commander as a scientist before he got burned by the spores. Who knows? But I don't see them re-releasing the other three at all. That's just my 2 cents. What do you think, 610?
At this point, no clue, man, because they're going to throw some curveballs in there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Cross Country was in the movie, right? Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
so maybe we'll get a HasLab Havoc for the 40th anniversary next year. That would be great.
That would be so good.
Oh my God. That's my favorite vehicle. Everybody on this channel knows. And Cross Country is my favorite vehicle driver. So I would eat that up.
Me too. I'm a Southern boy, so I mean that was he reminded me of my way of thinking. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in a racist way or nothing, Confederate way, or I'm just saying, like, he's country through and through, you know.
Yeah, so, a Wounded Duke. I don't know. I just don't know if Wounded Duke would be, where they would go. What do you think? Do you think they would go to Wounded Duke 610?
No, not really. Because it wouldn't be cool. I mean,
No.
I'd like to have a little bit of everything, but I don't see them going that direction with battle wounds and stuff.
Maybe like Arctic versions of like the Dreadnoks, maybe Arctic versions of Duke and Scarlet. Maybe that way I could see them going, but not Wounded Duke. And I agree with you. They cannot release Cross Country without the Havoc. There's no way.
No.
I hated the Havoc. It was the dumbest design of a vehicle. Well, you know, that's the way life is. Everybody has their loves and their likes and hates and this and that. That's what makes the world go around. I love the Havoc. It has a special place in my heart with my dad and my childhood. I like it.
Issue 51. I go back to it time and again. The Thunder Machine debuts and the Havoc debuts, and they go head to head. And that is one of the best issues as far as a fun read I've ever read.
Possibly Arctic Cocoa, yeah. We believe that Arctic and the Snow theme is going to continue. We just don't know yet. That and the Fang, yeah. Yep. All right, let's get this rolling. We'll come back to this subject, 40th anniversary. I might do a whole episode on this and talk to a couple of people, get a couple of guests in here to talk about this whole idea, because I think there's a lot of conversation to be had with this. So let's put a pin in this, and we'll come back to it.
All three waves in
2027
will all be characters from the film exclusively. Also, there are some characters in there that were exclusives formerly that haven't been re-released since then, so very excited for that. And then we have one render reveal. I'm sure everybody's going, why not reveals? We normally get multiple render reveals, but I think when you see it...
What could it be?
What could it be?
Well, I'll say this. It looks great. Dave, are you on mute? Dave, I can't hear you.
Sorry. I've been muting myself in between. I've been muting myself in between the video, like somebody asked, just to see if it solved our problem. But this definitely looks awesome. It's something we've been talking about. You and I have been talking about for a while, and we've been telling people and giving hints and hints. We couldn't come out and just say it, but we've been leading people to the water trough to drink our water on this one, and I'm glad they finally revealed it so I don't have to be hemming and hawing and beating around the bush. But it looks awesome. It looks much more upgraded. You can see that it's much more punched up. It's like squished a little bit. It's not as long. And it looks like it's got a lot more weapon systems up here, the deco and the lights. They said that it's going to be much more modular. There's going to be a lot more playability with this, and they're going to be doing a lot more stuff. And they talked about the fact that Thrasher was not included. I'm going to first hear your opinion on this. We'll go to the Thrasher conversation in just a moment. So go ahead. What do you think?
I think it looks great. I think this is, honest to God, a bad picture, though. And I'm going to tell you why. If you look at it and the modularity of it, you got to remember they're going to make this where you can make it like the original if you want to. So if you take off those panels right there in front of the door, if you look at that front end, I think it's wider on the front end, and it dips in to that panel, because on the original the front was wider and then it was smaller in the middle and then bulged out in the back. And so I think you can take those panels off so it looks more like the original. And then if you pull that cow catcher off the front, I think that would make it look more original if that's the way you want to go. But I'm digging the way it looks as it is. But I just know there's going to be those people that want to make the original. You know what I mean? And but what I'm seeing right there is a badass Thunder machine. The rocket launchers are next level. The paint deco on the thruster in the back with the flame effect just looks phenomenal. I do wish they'd have taken this picture from a different angle so we could have seen if that front's a little bit wider like I think it is. But overall, I'll take it either way.
Yeah, I love this. I think we're going to get a bunch of different options with this. They specifically said at the panel that you can buy multiples. People are going to want to buy multiples of this because they're not all going to want them to look the same. They're going to want to put different dreadnoughts in each one, and they're going to play it up. It's exactly like I've been saying. The only way to really do this in classified is to do it like a Mad Maxian type of thing and give it all these extra things. Pull this off, pull that off, add that, add this. So they all look different, right? They're still working on the decos, according to Eric, the new guy. He said they're still working on the deco. But yeah, I love it when they add the flame, like it's on fire and it's heat, and they have purple and flame around it, and the steel is color. I love that effect. It's one of my favorite things about classified. I love the fact that the lights are there, but this does not have working lights. This does not have working anything, according to BMAC. This is just a vehicle, but it's going to have a lot of modularity and playability. It will not have Thrasher, though. It will be better when it is made to order. I'll get that. Yeah, it is MTO. They did say that it was going to be MTO'd in September and will not come till next year. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm cool with it. I mean, I still haven't paid for my Arctic Hiss. None of us got hit for that yet. That's coming at the same time we're going to be made to ordering for this one. So I'd appreciate it if they hold off a while before they hit me again for another one.
Well, okay, let's get into the Thrasher conversation now. So they said they didn't want people that were going to buy multiples when they realized how modular this is, that they were going to end up with like 5 Thrashers. What are you going to do with all those Thrashers, they said. People aren't going to want that. So they thought that they would want multiples of this, and they wanted to keep it cheap. And they at a really good price point. It's not going to be too expensive, they said. And so they were trying to think of everybody and think of the cost and think of the economics effect of this. And they said that Thrasher is coming next year. So that's another character that they revealed would be coming next year. So they gave us a lot of hints as to what's coming next year without giving us renders or leaked names.
Right. And look, just remember this. Two things. One, Hasbro's going to get this and Thrasher into your hands at the same time. They'd be stupid not to.
They're going to time it.
Right. So you know they're going to be right around the same time in your hand. Here's the beauty of it. The vehicle itself, I believe, is going to be a $149.99 price point. That's my estimate. Because it is made to order. But if you stuck Thrasher in there, you're up to $174.99 or higher. You know, who knows? Maybe $179.99.
I would have thought $180, yeah.
Right. So why would you not want to get it? Just because there's these people too. And I do, and I'm glad I don't think they're just doing this to make the cost of the made to order less. I think they're giving people more opportunities to buy drivers outside of the vehicle so that people that just collect the figures that wouldn't buy the vehicle to get the figure will buy the figure still, and the people that are going to get the vehicle are going to get the vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you know the want this are going to buy that figure. There's no doubt about it because it's the driver for the Dreadnoughts. This
Right.
works in 3 different ways, and I think they were smart. Not only did they make this vehicle modular vehicle that people can buy multiples, they made it so people that only want the vehicle can get the vehicle and have multiple versions of it. They made it so you can get the figure later, add it to whatever vehicle you want, get 1, 2, whatever. Then they also did the Dreadnought people. So not everybody's going to be like the Dreadnought guys. They're going to buy tons of each of these things. So they paid for it 3 multiple ways, in my opinion. And the fact that it's MTO, you don't have to pay for this till next year. So the way that everything's going to work, you pay for your HasLab already. That's on the way. You got your MTO HISS that's coming November, December. The MTO of this will be in the spring before the HasLab. I'm guessing April, May, before the HasLab, the next HasLab. And then you pay for that HasLab sometime in June or the beginning of, or the end of July or beginning of August. So all these big expenses are not on top of each other. They're basically broken up by like 4 months each.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear what you're saying, guys. I'm just saying. Yeah, I understand. Everybody's going to have their own viewpoint on it, how they have to deal with their finances and things like that, what they buy, what they don't buy, and stuff like that. Exactly. Some people don't want 4 clutches with 4 vamps. Exactly. So that was the problem. That clutch, yeah, obviously there was already another figure of that clutch, so that's why they did the redeco, right? So I don't know. It's interesting, and you can argue it multiple ways, and that doesn't make any of those people wrong or any of those people 100% correct. It just is what it is. Yeah, cow catches is a nice touch. Yeah, I wouldn't care the Thrasher and the Thunder Machine in my book. All right, well, then that you're part of that group. I've noticed that the front end looks more like the Mad Max Interceptor than a Camaro, and I'm here for it. Yeah, it does look definitely more snub-nosed than the Camaro. The Camaro was wider, but we don't know if this is going to be something that's going to be able to pull out or expand or what they're going to do with this.
They may even have alternate. They may have alternate pieces to put on this thing. We don't know.
May have alternate pieces. Yep, exactly. So we're just going to have to wait and see. It's not that long. We're at the end of July, so we only have to wait till September. So it's about a month and a half away. We'll find out more about this soon. So, all right, let's move on.
There we go. Everybody's been asking, literally, for months, where's the Thunder Machine? It's supposed to be the HasLab. It's coming. It's going to be soon. Things we're working on. There's a lot back here. This is the first digital. You're still working through Deco.
Still working through it. Yep.
Yeah, so very excited. This will be a made-to-order item on Hasbro Pulse. The campaign will launch in September, but we will follow up with you all through August. We will let you know. There'll be some more digital renders. There'll be the whole campaign. And it'll make it so that we actually have the first physical model to be able to take with us to New York, hopefully for New York Comic Con, in the final backing of it. So people who are on the fence will have their opportunity to be like, oh, yeah, that totally works.
There's a lot of play in this that was not in the original toy, and we really took a lot of time to think it through. So
yeah, it's super fun. I can't wait to show everybody exactly everything they're going to be able to do with this. You're going to need a lot of them. So, but that's going to do it. That was our San Diego Comic Con panel in a rapid release. What was your
quick draw?
Yeah. What was your favorite?
Thunder Machine.
Thunder Machine. Yeah. I'm super excited to get more new characters in the line. Something I've been pushing for as we need to continue to grow G.I. Joe. So I think Flatline's great, which will play into the Thunder Machine because you got to keep building out the Dreadnoughts. Those who are asking about Thrasher, have some patience. I think is all we can say. I mean, clearly everything is always on the table. So
always.
Until next time, we want to give him a 3, 2, 1, Yo Joe. Sorry, 3, 2, 1,
Yo Joe.
You're muted.
So yeah, that does it. They said to be patient and that you and I have been saying that for a long time, that people need to be patient. They have to
Yeah.
spread this stuff out, or we're going to get hit with it all at once. And that's not going to help this line. It's going to hurt it. So they've got to spread these things out. Like they said, they're going to be peppering in the October Guard. Now they just start with Dana. They're doing several dreadnoughts every year. They're giving us different Iron Grenadiers each year. They're doing Arctic for the last couple of years. You know, even before that, if you think about it, with Snow Job, the Snow Serpent, the Retro Snow Serpent, the Arctic Bat. You know, they've been doing Arctic for a while. Cobra La, they've been doing it for the last 4 years. You know, the movie, they've been releasing stuff every year for the movie. These themes, these sub-themes that they're building on, Ninja Force themes. You know, they keep building this stuff, and it's not going to stop. Dire Tech, Night Force, Marauders, Tiger Force, Python Patrol, you know. So we just got to keep with it and be patient and just understand how this process works.
Yeah, man, there's people are going to get probably mad at me for saying this, because I know that Tiger Force is not a popular line overall, but with some of the classified fans. But I love it, and I want a lifeline in Tiger Force. I want a Psych Out in Tiger Force. I want Blizzard one day, as weird as that combination was. Blizzard in the jungle. I want it. You know what I mean?
I call it urine blizzard.
Yeah. Hey,
and then we have Frostbite.
yeah.
So there's got to be a Tiger Force Frostbite down the road too. So we're not done with Tiger Force by any stretch. There's technically a lot more Python Patrol, and there's a lot more Night Force if you want to get into it.
Yeah.
And they keep adding new characters to these. Like Quick Kick, he was never in Night Force, but he is now. Quarrel, she was never in Night Force, but she is now. You know, and Shooter.
I'd like to get a retro Quarrel.
Yeah, there you go, retro Quarrel. Good evening, Ultramensch. Thanks for joining us. You're almost at the end of this. We've been talking for about an hour and 40 minutes. We just don't want to die before the HasLab Sky Striker and Ace come out. I just don't know how that's going to work. If they give us a Havoc, and the Havoc is very traditional, and it looks like the Havoc, and it's probably going to be like $300 for that, then I can see them giving us a Sky Striker for like $320 to go along with the Rattler, but it's going to be expensive. But
man, I don't even know. Let's see, how much was the Hiss? I can't remember.
The Hiss was $275, I believe.
So I'm thinking Havoc would be, in today's dollars, would be nearly 400.
It would have been higher, you're right. Because that was, what, 5 years ago?
Right.
Sorry, New England puts me on the corners. Sorry, dancing. I don't know what that's about. Lara Croft, Psych Out, and Range Viper all sold out at Hasbro. Crazy, yeah. Well, you know, there's people out there that want it. Just give me Ace. I don't need the Sky Striker. Well, see, there you go. You're playing right into what I'm saying about the Thunder Machine. You know,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
his was 300.
I'm not going to say I wouldn't be for it. Give me Ace, because I mean, I'd like to have him in the line at this point, but I know it's not happening soon.
We'll see. I don't know. I just don't know. Sky Striker will be like 400. Yeah, probably. Sunbow Ace. It's a possibility. Everybody's saying 400.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think we'll see a whale before the Havoc. No, I think we're going to see the Havoc first.
I think if we do ever get a whale, because I've seen one 3D printed and they're massive. But regardless of that, if we get one, that's going to be the last HasLab in the line as we're signing off.
No, not every vehicle. There's no way they're going to do every vehicle. I've been pretty certain on certain things. Once it gets a release, they will do something with reuse. So if you look at the vehicles that we've gotten and the vehicles that we don't get that many reuses of, we don't see them again. Like Serpentor's Air Chariot, there's not a lot of reuse there, so that's why you haven't seen it again. Destro's Despoiler, you're not going to get a lot of reuse out of that, so you're never going to see that again. The things that are reuse, we will see. That's why you're going to see another Ostriker. You'll probably see another Triple T. You'll probably see more Snake Arm, more claws, more, I don't know about HALs. I think you can use the base of the HAL and parts of the HAL to make like the ASP or something else, but I don't think exactly the HAL. It'll be slightly changed up to make the ASP, I think. That's my 2 cents on that. They'll use parts of it to make the ASP, so it'll be cheaper, but it won't be 100% reuse. Let's see, at least it will be made to order, so Woody won't buy them all out. Well, there you go. That's funny. That is so funny. That is hilarious, actually.
It just started
storming for you guys.
So if I lose you, I apologize. It just started storming here. You never know.
All right, well, we're going to try to end this pretty soon anyways. I'll leave a few for you guys, Woody says. What's up, Shane? I'm going to need a bigger house.
Yeah. That Cooter?
All of us, yeah. Cooter, all of us need a bigger house. Of all these years of waiting, I really hope they change the Thunder Machine to be more thicker up front and make it meaner looking. I'm sure it will with everything said and done, but we'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, everything usually looks better in hand.
I agree with 610. The whale will be the end cap on the line. Yeah, I think you're right. They're going to go out with a bang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly. What's up, guys? Backwoods.
What's up, Backwoods?
Hey, Woody. Great day to be a Joe fan. Yep.
Every day.
Jersey Eddie said he was joking.
What's up, Jersey?
Yeah, Clint Hasbro had a good showing today for sure.
Yeah,
Black Cannon asks are needed. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're going to reuse parts of the HAL, and they're going to give us the flag, give us the ASP. It's just the parts that are the top parts that'll be a little bit brand new, and the bottom, that apparatus to hold it will be reuse, I think. That's my gut on that. I don't know. I could be wrong. 90%
of everything. Those, Black Cannon was always great looking.
Oh, yeah, it was. Toys, Shane says 90% of everything they make has to be reused. Yeah, it has to be.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yep.
That's the only way to get anything new ever.
Newest rumor I heard from my friends higher up that you wouldn't believe even if I told you that's currently on the table to be made is the flag. Not joking about that. What? The flag? How the hell are they going to do that? What's up, Cooter? I was hoping Ramen would be showing off the General Lee at this thing. No, they showed off the Airwolf, which was a shock. I want more play sets like mortar cannons and weapon crates and stuff like that. Yeah, I think we're going to get more of that stuff. I know we're going to get another bivouac. They already said we'd get another one of those down the road, so we'll have to wait and see. Backwoods needs moat world building.
Always believe in never say never, but we're never going to get a flag, man. There's no way.
There's no way.
I mean, B-Mac today said if they did the Terrordrome, you'd have to take out a second mortgage.
Yep. Yep. He said in the panel somebody was talking about something in the background or whatever of the Dreadnought video that they showed. The Cold Slither video, someone asked where the blueprints and stuff are, and he says, yeah, if we did something like that, you'd need another mortgage. Is making a 1/14th. Is it going to be 1/12th?
It's 1/18th. Talking about the Airwolf?
No, I think they're talking about the General Lee.
The General Lee is 6 inch. I mean, it's 1/12th. Yeah.
Yeah, the flag could be your house.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You'd have to live in it.
So 610, you were looking for a new place to live. There you go.
There you go. I'll just buy the flag and classified scale, and we'll all just live there. Below deck.
Oh man, that's funny.
We'll film a reality show called Below Decks, Living in a Flag.
Do you think they would make it float so you can put it on the river?
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having to move the boxes in to put that together?
No.
I mean, dude, the boxes would be like great. I mean, just that's insanity.
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, that's too much. What do you?
That's why that tower that he was talking about, GI Custom, that tower he did.
Yeah.
That's about all you. That's about as far as you can go.
You could get a
really.
play set. You could get a play set, the tower, and you could have some stuff, but you would have to have a base around that place, small base, like a square base, to put some of those, like those tankers and things. But that's about all. That's all you could get. Yeah,
and with most people's space, you know.
Right.
That's about it. And I don't have room for that. What am I talking about?
Well, you know, you got 3 children. I think you could bunk the children up in one room and maybe
yeah, they'd be great with that. Dad bought a tower. That's our new house payment.
Oh my God. Probably retire from this hobby, yeah. They're not doing a flag, guys. Come on. Yeah, they had the General Lee at Joe Fest. It was phenomenal. That made the 3D printed flag in 1/12. It was 19 feet long.
Yeah.
19 feet long. That's almost as long as this entire room that I'm in.
Yeah. That's like a big garage.
Yeah. It's like a car. You would have to put a memory foam mattress out to sleep on it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well,
at least it'd be long enough my legs wouldn't hang off.
Yeah, exactly. The thing about the Hooded Cobra Commander is, BMAC talked about this when that was revealed at Yojo June last month, that they had to work around some of those issues with that. That's why it's called King Cobra Commander. That's why it has a crown. That's why it has a throne. That's why it has a lot more raiments and scepters and capes and gold and this and that. And they just threw in the hooded head as an extra. But they can get around this stuff, just like they're going to get around the October Guard and a lot of other issues.
Everybody that's been hating on B-Mac, I'm going to get his back right here because that dude had the balls to put Hooded Cobra Commander in the panel today. Crown, Hooded Coco in the panel like a suck it to Hasbro without even letting them know he's done it, you know?
Exactly. That was interesting. I thought, holy crap, they got a Hooded Cobra Commander out there. I was like, wow. Yeah. I could not believe that.
No crown, man.
Yeah.
No crown.
No crown.
A human being in an actual hood.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Well, and I think the reason why he got away with that probably is because there was another regular Cobra Commander, Regal Cobra Commander, and Baroness, and the Cold Slither band was also there. So it wasn't just that.
It wasn't Baroness, though. I know the videos look grainy, but I saw a photo of the girl. It almost looks like a Valkyrie in a black outfit, but she said she was his public relation.
Oh.
But it's a cool looking outfit. She almost looks like a Valkyrie mixed with a Crimson Guard almost.
Ah, okay. I was wondering. I wasn't really sure because she did have black hair.
I thought it was Baroness at first too because I figured why would it not be? You know, and then I saw that picture and it made sense.
Yeah. Hire vehicles. What do you think about that?
Is Hire doing vehicles?
No, someone made a comment. It says highest 4-inch designs, and in a couple years, start making new based off of higher 4-inch figures for lots of vehicles.
That would be cool. I mean, if that's what people want.
Roughshod Tour Stocks.
Great
Hello.
beer.
Thanks for joining us. You came at the very end. We had a lot of technical issues on this episode, unfortunately, but we figured it out. We got through it.
We got it.
And I'm happy about that. I'm sorry that Dookie wasn't able to hang in there with us, but it is what it is. He had some bad weather, and now you're getting bad weather. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm watching out the window right now. I like storms. I like it when it rains.
Yeah,
so
I do
it's all
too.
good.
No, they don't want to leave money on the table, and obviously doing Hooded Cobra Commander, Flash, Thunder Machine, and a lot of the stuff that we know that's coming, I agree with you there. They're not going to leave money on the table. It's just, how are they going to do this? How are they going to feasibly do a flag? How are they feasibly going to do a Terradrome or Joe Headquarters or some of these large vehicles like Whales? It's just feasibility. How are they going to do this? And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it'll never come, but you got to be realistic with this stuff.
The number was what? 325?
The what?
The Rattler. It was 325, right?
No, I think it was about 300.
Okay. Well, even at 300, you know how many Rattlers take up 19 feet of space?
Oh, the Rattler? No, the Rattler was 320. 320.
So imagine a deck full of Rattlers on a flag that's 19 foot long. How many Rattlers could you fit on there? Because that much is going to go into building that much of the ship. So
yeah, you're right.
It's just not feasible. You're talking about $14,000-$15,000 probably for something that big and that detailed.
Yeah.
No space to put it anywhere, and I just don't. Okay, if you do a made to order on it, let's say you do a made to order on it. How many people are going to be able to afford that thing at $14,000-$15,000? Because it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just not feasible.
They invented a new price point with the deluxe retro card.
Yeah, they did. They did on that Laura Croft. Yeah.
Yeah, Woody Triple D said.
Yeah, I messaged you back about that earlier because it hit me. He did say deluxe retro card. Yeah. So it's going to be a deluxe price point for a retro car.
Well, and it has that lenticular, environmentally friendly foil, he said, I think, on the panel. I was like, what is environmentally friendly foil? As
long as it's environmentally friendly, I'm good with it. Whatever.
How is that?
Like, why did you have to say that? Just say it's foil card.
Yeah, just
say it's got a foil card.
Yeah.
I mean, my gosh.
He also said in this stream with the Range Viper that they used the plastic, the environmentally plastic packaging. They changed it from the old packaging over to the new environmental friendly packaging and all this stuff. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, what?
Whatever, man. Quit justifying. We're buying plastic. That's what we're doing. We are buying plastic. Quit justifying the packaging is wrong. Who cares? We're buying plastic.
Oh, man. We got a lot of people in here. The chat's BX Medic is in here now. Everybody say hello.
What's up, BX? That was one of our frat brothers over at the frat house, Joseph.
Oh.
Good dude. But it's been an exciting day. It has. Really have enjoyed it. I love seeing new stuff, even though I felt like we could have wrote the script for real.
Oh yeah. You and I knew this. We pretty much knew everything that was going to happen. They just kind of moved it around a little bit.
Yeah, I would not have been shocked if we'd have seen the Thunder Machine in hand, but I got to thinking about it. I had said a couple weeks ago that it'd make more sense to save it for later and just do a name only. Kick Rocks, what's up?
He says there's still an echo. Saying the classic from Paper Straws, have they ever walked into a grocery store and seen all the plastic? Yeah, exactly. Everybody's hearing the echo. Some people are, but irregardless, we're at the end of this. Overall, what did you think? Do you think this was a good presentation, a good release for the Hasbro Classified? Are you looking forward to seeing more of what this Eric can do as the new designer? And what stars from 1 to 10 would you give this whole situation today for Classified Hasbro?
I would honestly, it depends on how you look at it. If you look at it from a person that doesn't know ahead of time stuff, who doesn't listen to our shows and pay attention to what we say, it would have sucked not getting the range viper this morning, if you weren't ready for it or didn't know it was out there. But overall, honest to God, I had a blast today watching it happen. I did. And the fact they went ahead and released the 5-figure mainline first wave of next year, name only, I thought that was great, because got to get some names out there that'll shut up some of these people that are dropping about snaps and sundown. And guys, Flatline's the bomb. I'm telling you, if the description I've got is right, that dude's going to be an amazing dreadnought that you want to add to your collection. I give it a 9 out of 10 overall. I think VMAC was a lot more animated today. Did he screw some stuff up? Yeah, I picked up a few little things here and there, but you know what? He's under a lot of pressure. Let's give him a break. He's not Lenny. Lenny can, if you've been around him, Lenny can just dominate a room just telling stories, So he's that animated all the time. I think if Eric comes out of his shell, I think Eric's just got to come out of his shell. And I think he will. I think he was trying as the stream went on today to get more animated and more into what he was doing. He's new. Let's give him a break. I know a lot of people are going to complain and say he was stiff. I would have been too. My first time out the gate doing something for Hasbro, I'd probably be shaking like a tree. But yeah, man, I think they did good. I have no real complaints other than, man, why y'all got to kill my wallet every time y'all do a stream of some kind? Every time.
So I like all those. I think you have solid points and you're right on the mark on most of that stuff. I've known, like I said, Eric for a long time, and he's been in Hasbro for a very long time. So yeah, he's going to have to get a little bit more animated, a little bit more livelier. He's going to have to get more the forefront of this team, like Lenny was, like you said. BMAC was still carrying this stream. Actually, I would say Sergeant Slaughter was carrying the stream a lot more than the new Hasbro people, because they had to actually quiet Sergeant Slaughter. Hey, let's get back to toys. We got things to reveal. And I thought that was hilarious that Sarge was carrying the panel, but that was funny. But yeah,
the panel was a little different. You know what I mean? Because we did have the showmanship. That's another thing, guys. They didn't have to do all that. They tried today. It might not have been the greatest in the world because some of it was kind of but they tried. And they brought a hooded Cobra Commander on stage, man. They brought a hooded Cobra Commander on stage. A human being with a hood on his head.
I would have liked to have been there for the Cold Slither concert tonight. And Gem and the holograms, and then
Yeah.
Cybertronic Spree, I think it is. I would have loved to have been there for that, and I look forward to some videos of that. I hope people take some videos of it.
Yeah.
I'm
sure they'll be out.
So I'm going to give it a little bit less, I think, than you. You gave it a 9. I'm going to go with maybe 8 and a quarter on that. I'm going to be a little bit rougher on them because of certain aspects that I thought it wasn't as smooth as it could have been, and we just needed a little bit more polish than we've usually gotten in the past when we've got Lenny and Tony and Emily and things like that. So we just got to work our way up with these things, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to give them a little bit of room to work their way up and get better.
Here's the thing, though. We don't have the sculptor yet or a paint guy yet, whichever one's going to step up. There's got to be a personality out there out of one of those places they can pull up like they did Tony, and get another personality that he works with daily, that has a camaraderie, and they can just, feed off each other.
I thought Mark did a really good job. I think he has a public persona. He has a good voice and a speaking voice and stuff like that. I liked how he presented himself on the panel. He was not on this stream that we just did, but I think Mark might be a person that they need to get more involved, because he can obviously speak and talk about stuff, because he did 4 or 5 times during the panel, and I didn't have any problems with him.
No, and he didn't hold back either when he did. Maybe he is that other piece that needs, and maybe if they'd have done the stream video like they did the panel and had him be a part of it, it might have even gone better. Who knows? But I think they just wanted to highlight Eric as the new Lenny and try to get people comfortable,
Right. But I've talked about this, I think, a few times on different streams. These guys, that isn't their job. Their job is not to go into 3,000 homes across the world and present toys. Yeah, they have to talk in line reviews, but that's why they have people like BMAC and Emily. That's their job, manager.
Right.
They're social media savvy because they talk in front of people. They have those type of degrees, public speaking degrees and things like that. These guys are designers. They're artists. They're sculptors. They're painters. They're used to working in an enclosed space by themselves. Now they have to get in the front of a brand, and they have to sell this brand to thousands of people all over the world. And it is not the same. It is not the same. Not everybody has that skill, like Kurt Baziging, Vinny D'Aleva, Daryl DePriest, Emily, Mark Weber, BMAC. It's a different skill set. It's a different way of doing this kind of work. I don't know.
And the other thing about it is they have to follow in the footsteps of Lenny and Tony, who did such a great job with true passion for the line. So they know they're going to have to live up to that. So it's going to make them a little bit more nervous. That's all right, though. They're going to do their thing. They're going to get it going, and I think we're going to be all right. If Lenny said the guy that's coming to take the job is the one you want, that's all I need to know.
Well, yeah, I know he's worked for the company for a very long time. So I think he's a good person, and he's going to do a good job. So there you go. So there you go.
They're not making any extra problems.
Yeah. I agree with you there. So I want to say, I enjoyed this. I thought it was a great day, and we'll see how the rest of the weekend turns out. And we'll see how Tuesday turns out. If we get another video on Tuesday, probably won't. Probably we'll just get the drops at 1 p.m. I don't think we're going to get any more videos, but we have a couple more things to look forward to. We have the Snowcat unboxing videos still to look forward to. We have some pre-orders on Tuesday the 28th to look forward to. We got the Retro Wave Flash Falcon animated 40 movie, and the Valkyrie, and the Crimson Snake Armor, and the Mutt Junkyard, and Footloose Mad Marauders, all pre-order on Tuesday the 28th, 1 p.m. And then the 12th of July will be the Triple T Slaughter, and someplace in there I'm guessing we're going to get Cap unboxing. And then at the end of the month, I think the 4th or 28th is the Arctic.
Was it August 12th for Slaughter?
Yeah, August 12th. What did I say?
You said July.
Oh, sorry. I meant August 12th.
You good. I just want to make sure I want to make sure we get it out right for you.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you
August
said
12th.
5,000 things in a row. Like, it was crazy what all you were listing off. I was like, I couldn't have gone that far that quick.
Yeah, so Sergeant Slaughter and the Triple T will be put up for pre-order July 12th. And then the 28th of July, the Arctic 3-pack will be put up for pre-order for that. And then in September, we will get the MTO Thunder Machine showed off, and a whole bunch of different videos of that leading to that video, that being purchased probably by the end of September. So that is everything. And then we also have CollectorCon with Snake Eyes and Jinx in the fall, and then this additional Dire Tech character, Hawk, in the fall for actually Snake Eyes and Jinx are Target Fall Geek Out, and then the Dire Hawk type character is Walmart CollectorCon. They're both in the fall, and they said they're going to continue doing more Dire Tech down the road. BMAC and the team said they loved doing that, and they were very happy to be doing that, and they wanted more of it.
There's still one thing we don't know, though. We do not know the date for sure for the Fatal Fluffies or the Cadet Deming and Shipwreck. I assume, because in the past, it's pre-orders Tuesday, exclusive Thursday. In the past, it has been. So I'm assuming guessing that it's going to be Thursday the 30th. We'll get the pre-orders for those two, because they should be getting back to normal stock by then and know where they're at with the product.
Yeah, I think they'll be between July 28th and August 12th. Somewhere in that window, we'll probably get them. Right. Probably sooner rather than later.
Yeah. So keep your eye out for that. I'll post it as soon as I know it, because if I hear it, I'm going with it on that. I'm sorry, I'm not going to hold that information back. But I'll definitely let y'all know. Be watching. And guys, real request here, if you will, go follow me on Facebook. I've expanded out to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all the shorts I put up here on YouTube. I start them out on TikTok and just run them from there. But my YouTube, I've got nobody following it at all. And TikTok has taken off quick, and so has Instagram. But number-wise. But if you don't mind, man, y'all just go over there and follow me. And then if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. I'm just over 200 subscribers now and keep climbing, and I've enjoyed it with taking this whole ride for real. Dave, I appreciate you helping me out and letting me come on here and be seen, So I appreciate you.
It's my pleasure. You're good people, and you're very, very nice and kind, and you help out this community quite a lot, and you're part of the environment that we have, this positive energy, positive good feelings, just talking about toys, having fun, enjoying toys, and this brand, G.I. Joe, which we all love, and you come in here, and you're just wonderful, and I love that, and I'll have you any day of the week.
Appreciate that, Dave. And you guys, you got to go. If you haven't subscribed to Dave, do it. Share these videos for him, man, because that helps, dude, for real. We got to get him over 500 by the end of the year. Let's get this done already. I know y'all can do it.
So if you would, please, if you're new to this channel and my content, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. I appreciate everybody joining us in the chat today. It helps that algorithm. And also, folks on the replay crew, helps the algorithm. Everything you do helps the algorithm. We're on our way to 500. That's what we're trying to get to by the end of this year. So if you haven't, please subscribe. It would really help us out. We had over 50 people at one point in this chat, which is the highest I've had, I think, in a chat, over 50 people, which I'm very happy about. Even with our multiple technical issues, all of us had different technical problems.
We definitely had some problems today, but it's all right. We overcame them, and plowed on through.
Yep. So you got something coming up tomorrow, don't you? Ken?
I am excited. Tomorrow, I don't know what time I'm going to get there, but from 4 to 9 is the VIP preview night for Gadsden Collector Con tomorrow night in Gadsden, Alabama, from 4 to 9. I don't know what time I'm going to get there, but I will definitely be there as soon as I get home, take a shower, and head to play. And then also Saturday is 9 to 5, and with an hour preview for VIP.
I wish I lived closer. I would drive up there and go to that with you and hang out with you and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
that'd be awesome.
I would just sleep on your flag since that's your bed, right? Flag.
Yeah, just sleep on my flag carrier.
I want to thank everybody again. It's been an excellent day. We got a lot going on in the future as well. Cover some of those things. But we do have the Senflow Joe Show next year, April 17th.
Senflow Joe Show!
Bob Swanson is our primary guest, product manager for G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, and WWE in the 80s. And we got Adam Riches, packaging designer, comic artist as well. We're going to be hyping that up now that everything's out of the way. Yojo June's out of the way. San Diego Comic-Con's out of the way. We'll have a few things over the fall. We'll have New York Comic-Con. We'll have MCM London. We'll have CCXP Brazil. I think CCXP is actually earlier this year. It might be in September, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's earlier this year. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's earlier. They do 2 a year, and I think the fall one is earlier than it was last year. It was in December last year, but I think it is earlier.
I'm really bad at keeping up with con dates. Really bad at it.
Right. So again, you know what we need to do? We like to do in this channel, right? 610.
That's right.
1, 2, 3. Yo!
We'll see y'all. Take care, man. We appreciate y'all stopping by. Y'all the reason we do it.
Yep. Thanks a lot. See you in the next one.